Hello, everybody. Hello. 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 No, I just like the way that flows better. That's tippy typing away. Gotta move this over a little bit. It's kind of in the way a bit. It's because the way talk about, this is the first world complaint problem. The microphone I have, because I don't have it, so I guess I could put it upside down somehow. But the cord on the microphone hangs down enough that it actually touches my arm. So it can be a bit frustrating. You're like, eh. Again, very first world problem. You know, not a problem in and of itself. It's just kind of like, get out of the way, get out of the way. Get you gone. All right, but yeah, we're currently tippy typing away on the next part. We haven't gotten too much in. It's like, what, a few paragraphs in. Yeah. But think about those starving children in my basement, Setch. Yeah. Oh no, the children in the crawl space are getting antsy. I gotta go spray some more Raid in there. Please let me go, mister. We're gonna watch the Star Wars movie. What? I gotta dump some grass so they can eat. H. Drift. Okay, all right. Hang on, Chad. Okay. I wanted to get this couple ice lines in. So, again, we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about an anime I've been watching. Because it's actually been pretty interesting. I don't know how the story will go, but it's interesting thus far. I like a lot of the rule sets and stuff for it that are in for now. There's another anime I've been watching too. I've been watching two of them. Two! You thought you were only going to talk about one. No, we're going to talk about two. Two of them. Yeah, so, first and foremost, let's start our preview for Chapter 7, The Coming Storm. Victoria carefully balanced on the crutches as she slowly made her way down the path behind Alex. He had offered to help assist her to the lake, but she had stubbornly insisted that she needed to stand on her own 2 feet. In a manner of speaking, anyway. She wanted to show that he didn't need to be worried for her, and thus ease his fears about moving her on the long trek into town. The man had no true means of transporting multiple people, and thus would be relying on Hilda should she have gotten her 4x4 working once again. To her mind, this was the best she could do for him now, to offer some comfort. As such, she took it in stride as she slowly worked her way down the trail. Each lungful of air stung with the sharp cold, but it was fresh and crisp. She also had to admit that the shower, though it wasn't all that hot, had been the best one she had ever taken in her life. Every experience was now cast in contrast to the misery she had endured, and thus came out all the sweeter for it. Even the slight feeling of warmth on her cheek from the sun was like a kiss that lingered in her mind. She didn't know why the spirits had requested her, nor was she the most spiritual person. Granted, her perspective was skewed because of her upbringing, but her family kept up the appearance of traditions and lip service to old ideals of Rosentia. She saw through their pantomime quickly, but she never put much stock into the old customs. She had asked one of the servants at the estate about the shrine in the attic, and was told it was a traditional building installment, with many construction companies putting one to give service to the house spirit. The one at Vink's estate was clearly neglected and forgotten, just a memory of the place's initial construction and nothing more. She was curious, though, if there was any truth to the idea of a spirit safeguarding a home or building. Perhaps she would ask Alex about it, maybe even check the attic of his cabin to see if he too had a shrine. The musings of her mind were halted when she saw Alex turn to look at her, as if he had heard the query. "We're here, Victoria." The man's voice was warm and smooth, and he gave a nod of his head through the through the trees, and there she could see it shimmering. The lake's surface was still frozen over, and yet the sun played and danced across it like foil crinkling. "Come, I'll set a chair out for you to rest, and at the edge of the lake, and then we will see what Vingelinks wills." "What is Vingelink like?" she asked as she carried on her journey. Yet her eyes kept turned to look out across the snow-covered ice and watched how it sparkled. "Well, I would describe him, but if he wishes to meet you, then I'm sure he will show himself." Alex moved down the path a little quicker now, and started to swing the folding chair he brought out and undo its compacted state. Victoria eventually cleared the tree line, attempting at first to keep pace, but then deciding it was smarter to take it easy. The man quickly set out the chair and then turned to look at her, as she carefully worked her way over and settled into the chair with a contented sigh. Let me get rid of that second part of the chair. Settled into it. There we go. She then turned her head and offered a smile at him. "It's beautiful already. It was sparkling like a firework when I saw through the trees." Saw it through the trees. Oops, I forgot it. "You haven't seen anything yet," Alex said with a smirk before he turned suddenly, which made her reflexes look around. She then watched as the man slowly went to his knee and bowed his head. She realized that he must see something nearby, thus she calmed herself and then tried to show some respect by lowering her own head. Talked about head too much in this. Hold on a second. Because the next one was Alex's head shook. No. Let's just change that. There we go. Alex's countenance was shaken some as he heard the laugh, and then turned his focus up. There, standing out on the lake and looking directly at him, was Vingelik himself. The splendor of his form still shocked the Wolverine, but the laugh had drawn him out of his usual prostrations. Let's see if I can do this voice. Hold on. "She does not see, and yet follows your guidance already." The voice was soft and comforting, like an old grandfather speaking to a child sat upon their knee. Each step the spirit took brought the snows up into the air and drifting away to nothing, as if the very radiance of him melted the cold away. Let's get rid of that second away. Alright. Yeah, that's what we're up to for now. And Vingelik's form, he has a couple forms that he can take. His is a is kind of a mirroring of the Wolverine, right? So he could take the forms the Wolverine do, but his is different because he's not Wolverine. So his appearance he's in when he's more like the Wolverine's true form is that of a wolf, old. There's a lot of grays and stuff, and it's an old wolf in a robe. And the robe has like the falling of snow in the winter times and the rustling of leaves in the fall, that kind of stuff. Man, so that's what we're up to for now. Meanwhile, surprise chat. We're not talking about 2 animes, we're talking about 3! Fool you once. Shame on you. Fool you twice. Get fooled. How could this be? Alright, so. One of them took me a while to get through because it's a much longer one. But there are 3 shows that I watched. Not all the way through. All the way through for 1 thus far. Season 2 is coming supposedly late, maybe in 2026. We'll see. Working through season 1 of this current one, and then got to where we're up to in season 1 of this 3rd one. So, the first one I watched, finally, was the new remake, to bring it up to higher quality standards, of Spice and Wolf. Merchant meets Wolf. So, yeah, I watched Spice and Wolf. It was actually really good. I liked the interesting thing about it. Sorry, Merchant meets the Wise Wolf. My apologies. It was actually one because he had a realistic freak out when seeing her change, which she said, is the usual of what people think. It was only one man a long time ago, like when she first made her deal to help with the wheats and the harvests and stuff, that didn't freak out. That was the unusual one. Yeah, so brief plot synopsis for Spice and Wolf if you've never seen it. Essentially, there is a traveling merchant that comes into a village that is on the verge of like losing its pagan beliefs to the church, right? The church is spreading more and more. The church allows for pagan villages to exist, but they have to pay heavy taxes if they are declared a pagan village. To how dare you not believe in God Almighty? So, this is a village that has that worships a wolf that is a harvest spirit, basically, a deity of the harvest. And they believe that the wolf lives in the grains, and it will live in the last stalk of grain. So whoever harvests the final stalk of wheat for the harvest season is declared holo, the wise wolf's name. They have to run, and if they are captured by the villagers, they get dragged into the barn and have to stay there a week. Well, in an interesting twist, because this village is losing, there's no child sacrifice. The village is losing its beliefs in holo. The merchant, as he's coming through, he has some wheat in his cart, and he hears a thump in his cart, and he's like, that was weird. So he thought he hit something in the road, but he carried on anyways. He meets with the villagers, stuff like that, because he's a traveling merchant. He's been trading with them, and they treat traveling merchants the way they're supposed to. This isn't some just He just he doesn't just have like specialty goods or things like that. He has whatever he was able to trade and barter for in the towns over that he's now bringing, and he's trading now for this and that, and like it's a really interesting take because they go into the mercantile system very heavily, and a lot of like the intrigues and schemes are all focused around like money and merchants and this kind of like subdivide between traveling merchants and actual like merchants with stalls and stores. So, as it turns out, the beliefs are accurate. As when the merchant is leaving the town, like the town had its the person who became hollow and they ran and everything, but the merchant was dismayed when he saw that the person didn't stay locked in the barn for the week. They were there at the elder's house, the town leader basically. They were at the chief's house and having like a feast with him and everything. And he's like, "Aren't you supposed to stay locked in the barn?" He's like, "It's just a silly belief. Like nobody cares about it anymore." And this leads into the whole thing from Hollow's perspective, because as it turns out, the thing in the cart was Hollow, but she's in her humanoid form. And she explains how like the village has slowly forgotten its promise with her over the hundreds and hundreds of years she's been doing this. It's forgotten the bargain. She never stopped her side. But the village now, especially now that the new landlord has a new farming technique, they feel like they don't need her anymore. And Holo explained like you have to have bad harvests some years, because if you have great harvests year after year after year after year, you're destroying the soil. The soil needs time to recover. The soil needs time to regenerate itself. But the villagers would always chalk it up to her like capricious nature, like, "Oh, Hollow's just angry at us this year or whatever." And it's like it's not the truth. She's just taking care of the world around them. But now that they have a new farming technique, they don't need her anymore because the yields are so much greater than they ever were under Hollow's guidance. So she confesses that what she really wants now that the village has forgotten its part of the promise, now the village doesn't need her anymore, she wants to go home. And the merchant like asks like, "Where's your home at?" And she's like, "I don't know exactly. It's been so long. It's somewhere in the north." And that's how you get soil collapse, Sir Reginald. That's exactly how you get soil collapse. So and thus starts their kind of journey as they're slowly making their way, doing all these merchant trades as they go to kind of finance the food and lodgings and stuff as they travel towards the north, slowly weaving their way through and everything and coming across schemes on their way. Genuinely a really good show actually. That sounds like my future self's problem. It's going to be your future self and your future generation's problem if you have soil collapse. Which again is the thing that Alex and Den of the Arctic Wolf is specifically working against. Like he's explaining why he's bringing in different plants and things like that to add different nutrients to the soil. Yes. So I need to know right there. Yes. Okay. Peanuts. I knew it. I thought it was peanuts. Okay. There is a in this setting there is a tree that its sap is very nitrogen rich, and what it does is during like the rains and storms, obviously when the rains hit the tree, it carries the sap throughout the ground area and adds nitrogen back into the soil. Nitrogen is very important for a lot of plants and stuff like that we take as like harvest crops, and it also adds more life into the forest that they're in. So there's these special trees that in beneath the canopy they're marking out these trees because those ones in particular need to be handled with absolute care. Having a bad year is so much worse than just having two field crop rotation. But see, this setting is still when they don't have crop rotation, right? They're still like the village is all about wheat, you know? They're only doing wheat. They don't understand crop rotation yet. And I like the fact that Hollow doesn't explain it to them, and there's not like some super smarty pants is like, "Oh yes, if we did crop rotation here." No, they don't know that yet. Hollow just can feel the soils and knows what the soil needs and wants. She doesn't understand the concept of crop rotation. So I like the fact that they don't like just have that magically show up. It's a natural process of nobody's figured it out yet. It's HOLO. It's a literally hollow, like hologram. Hollow. Hollow wants me to piss on the soil. Don't question it. Yeah. Yep. This is not Earth. This is not Earth. Because what's cool about this is there's an interesting. It comes to an interesting head later on, where there was a very religious member of the church in this village. So there's a village that's up in the north that's a pagan village in all but name. Like they still worship the snake god that they have and everything, but there is a token church in the village. The father of that church, the pastor who is in there, he worked with the much larger town that's totally been subsumed by the faithful, right? He worked with the town to basically protect this village because this village was going to be run into the ground with taxes and everything. And there was a special like barter that he did. The barter was heavily in favor of the town because the pastor was that good of a speaker. Well, the pastor has now died before Hollow and the merchant show up. Holo. I gotta keep going saying Holo. Before Holo and the merchant show up. And the thing that they discovered about the pastor was he was researching all the pagan gods and everything too, which is forbidden for church members to do. But as he was explaining, the answer that he came to was not that the pagan gods are different, not that the pagan gods disprove the idea that God exists, because the church believes there's only one God, and it is God, right? There is no other God but God himself. But the pastor knows that there are pagan gods, and they do exist. Hollow exists. This snake god existed. And that's when the new one confronts Hollow and asks, like, are you actually the snake god as well? Because the snake god was also a deity of harvest. And she says, no. Which freaks her out at first because then it proves that there are multiple pagan gods. And if there are multiple, like, if there's only one, you could assume that this is God itself, just in different forms. But because there are multiple of them that are not linked together, they are all different, it disproves God. But does it? Because when she thinks about it, like, what if God did create literally everything, right? Because this is what they believe. God, they believe this is creator God, right? What if God did create everything, and the pagan gods come from God? And so that's what the pastor had originally come to as his like thing. He approved the existence of the pagan gods to prove that God existed, that God actually weaved the world and made nature and brought about the life of these pagan gods. They are basically lesser deities to the creator God himself. Again, very, very interesting show. I like that the stakes, there are still high stakes because there's, trust me, when you fuck with people's money, things can get violent very quickly, and that happens. But there are genuinely high stakes. There's this battle between the old faiths and the new faith, and everything. It's a really very interesting system. I don't want to go like super spoilery into it, but it is actually a very interesting show, and I like how they explain all the mercantile systems and everything, like how they work, how they function, how they. A lot of the fights, because he is part of the Merchants Guild or a Merchants Guild, a lot of the fights revolve around money, but in interesting ways. He has to be clever with it. He needs to figure out how to like manipulate markets and things like that, or how he gets bamboozled himself because he doesn't get warned in time that like the armor market crashed. And why the armor market crashed? Well, because the Northern Expedition has been canceled this year. And he didn't know that. Nobody had informed him of it. The guy that was doing a trade with him that he originally had gotten the better of because he realized the guy was being a shady little shyster. And so he put the screws to him. The dude basically fucked him over by not telling him about the Northern Expedition being trade, and then he bought armor on trade. So now he owed a huge debt because the armor market had crashed. It's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting show. I like Spice and Wolf. It was really good. I'm looking forward to the second season. And it's also obvious that Hollow and the Merchant are going to get together. It's very, very obvious they're going to get together. Like the plot framing is that there is two people. It's a mother and her child having a conversation in some super wintry like land in a house, and the mother is talking to the child, and the child's like, I want to hear more stories, and she's like, have you heard the story of the merchant and the wolf? So yeah. I think you'd be surprised. It's, again, it's the sub that's kind of like the stuff that keeps the plot rolling, but it's their relationship that's the interesting thing, and their views on the world and everything. Like Hollow hates all shepherds, and there's a little shepherd girl that they have to interact with. Well, because shepherds protect the sheep and they drive the wolves away. So Hollow is absolutely hateful of shepherds. Like, Hollow is very much on Team Wolf for obvious reasons. Yeah, exactly. That's why Hollow wants them, because the wolves are because the sheep are tasty. Sheep are tasty. Damnable fucking shepherds, let us eat the sheep. All right. Then the second anime I watched, which was more kind of like I would consider this more kind of like genericized slop. There's interesting concepts in it, and I like some of the humor that's in it, but it's a gatherer's adventurer and isekai. Again, this is more like it's kind of your normal isekai thing. There's interesting stuff in it. Um, Hear me out. I am the humor. Welcome, mouse. There's interesting stuff in it. Okay. That sounds like halfway into slop name. Oh my god, you will not believe the fucking. You want to hear some slop names? Here, you want to hear some fucking slop names? My gift level 9,999 unlimited gotcha. Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. I'm out for revenge. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the hero's. Anyways, and that one, I think I read that one, and that one, yeah. Apparently they're popular for to watch right now. But anyway, so I watched A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai, and essentially the dude is just a normal businessman, right? He goes home, he turns on the TV, but the TV's like showing something weird. So he's watching, and then all of a sudden he blinks and he realizes he's not watching. He's actually in the thing that he was watching. And he's sitting across from this kind of angelic being that is pouring tea for him and everything. And he's like, what the fuck? Where am I? He's like, oh, you died. Like, you literally croaked right there on your sofa. You fucking passed. Welcome. He was working too hard. He didn't take care of himself. He was literally alone. He literally didn't turn on any lights on in his apartment. He just went to the TV, turned it on, and sat down. So he's so one of those, like, you know. He's just one of those. He's literally just a drone, right? And he feels miserable. God forbid you call it Knife's Edge or By the Assassin's Blade or something. That's something more we would do. Apparently, no. That's just an Asian staple. Is actually making ridiculously long names for your books and manga and anime. Yeah. He like, remember, there was a book, an isekai book, whose title was so long, the title in and of itself was a story. Was an actual book itself. Like, you don't understand, okay? That's a thing they do. That's a thing that Asian countries do. Like, let me see if I can, like again, it actually told a genuine, like, full-on story with narration and speaking parts and everything. The actual title of the book was, like, something ridiculous, like 80 pages long or something silly. Like, it was an actual book in and of itself. Just because it's fucking weird. That's just what they do. It's just something that's a part of that culture. No, we're talking about 3 anime I watched. I think at some point the Asians forgot that what a title was, mistaking it for the synopsis, and no one bothered to tell them the difference. I think it's just what sets them apart, right? Because it's so quirky and just fucking goofy. And quirky and goofy. Remember, don't forget Long Long Man. Quirky and goofy is what they do. And if you've never seen Long Long Man, hold on a second. I don't need the complete story. I just want one of them. Just show me one of them. Alright. And again, you have no idea, chat. You have no idea.
どうしたの？
トールさんが避ける組咲いてる時の顔が好き。
そう？
もっと長く見てたいな。
Long, long, けるグミ対長い避けるグミ。
Okay, we're not gonna do the full, because the commercials actually have a full storyline. All the commercials actually tell an entire story. Okay? It actually tells an entire storyline. We're not gonna do that. Yeah, I think you understand. It is a crazy fucking story too. You do not understand. This is Asia. This is what they do. They're quirky, okay? They're quirky. Some would say eccentric. Anyways, so I watched Gatherers. I watched a Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. It was very, very strange. It was very weird. He gets superpowers and things like that and stuff like that. But the deity's like, I think I went a little overboard on this. But he's like, you have any requests? He's like, I want a cute assistant, a cute partner. And he's thinking of like all these like girls and things like that could come with him and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, a cute partner, huh? And the deity starts writing things in. They're like, oh, so that's what's going to be. Well, hopefully you don't mind that. Keeps going. And the guy's like, wait, what did you just say there? And he's like, I think I overdid it on this sheet. I think I gave you too many things. And then they start seeing him like Back to the Future fading away. And he's like, oh, well, we're out of time. Got what you got. Here you go, buddy. But the underlying plot, the underlying point, that he made him just a gatherer, a guy who goes out and gathers materials, but he does it well, is that it's a drop. It's the whole concept of a butterfly flaps its wings and creates a tsunami, right? But his whole thing is like, he's going to put this guy on this world. He's been trying to help this world for a long time, but everything he does eventually turns bad. So he's going to put a drop into the bucket. Is it secretly the strongest class? There's not a class system in this. He is incredibly powerful. In fact, he's so powerful that when he awakens an ancient dragon, and that's his cute partner is the dragon's little baby. The little dragon baby comes with him. Another one that looks like the deity he talked to, but is in all black and everything like that, is like, looks at me, he's like, I have been carefully tending to this world for eons, and you've already started fucking with things. Like, and then he like pulls him aside and he like opens up the sheet and everything like that, and he's like, of course he gave you all this. I'm letting you know I'm nerfing you right now. And he's just like, what? So yeah, he gets fucking nerfed. Like, but we don't know what the nerf is yet. But he literally got his abilities like anchored, like, nope, no, okay, fucking, of course he went a little fucking overboard with this shit. I just can't stand the sheer laziness of isekai. There's been fads in anime, but these are like the exact same thing with the lazy video game world and the Demon King. Again, there are interesting ones like the Chronicles of Vite, right? Oh, sorry, the Annals of Vite. Yeah, Dare Werewolf, the Annals of Vite, where he gets isekai'd. And there's the whole concept of he is now a commander in the Demon King's army and stuff like that. But he's trying something different. And the Demon King, for whatever reason, also wants him to try this different thing. Completely alien to all the rest of the demons. And then, a bit of a spoiler for Vite. But as it turns out, when the Demon King gets killed by the hero in the end, the Demon King was themselves a person that was isekai'd into this world. That's the reveal. Vite isn't the first one to be isekai'd into this world. The Demon King was, and he was trying to find a better way for the world to exist, but he couldn't do everything he wanted because the demons have to act a specific way. The fact that Vite was already starting to change things in the direction he wanted is what allowed the Demon King to, like, loosen the reins and give him a bunch of, like, benefits to, like, I want you to keep doing this experiment, massive air quotes on experiment, of having your werewolves run a town. But also, let's see. Boop. Yeah, like, I find it's genuinely fascinating of like, and also they explain, like, silver, like, no werewolf actually has an affliction of silver. They lie. It's a lie that all werewolves spread and will play with to pretend they do, because silver is much more malleable. It's not as sturdy as steel is. So they can actually survive getting stabbed by silver much easier than they can if somebody has a steel sword and tries to chop their fucking head off. So they're like, oh no, silver, how dare you? Meanwhile, in the back of their minds, all the werewolves are like, thank fuck it's silver, holy shit. This guy I quite like is The Warrior's Returns. Not really a pure isekai, but has some really cool and interesting concepts. There was one of the Frozen Player Returns. Again, it's not an isekai, because he doesn't go to another world. It's just this other world is different, right? Yes. It's the same thing, like, there was one, what was it? The farmer in the dungeon. And it's because there weren't people, like, trying to farm in the same way he was. He's a very skilled farmer, and he knows how to do, like, all these different soil rotations and plant crops and everything like that. And he's slowly building up a farm on the 99th floor of the dungeon. And he doesn't do anything special. It's just the fact that he's farming and he's really fucking good at it. So he's actually, like, providing new food and everything, because there's a food shortage in the dungeon, and all these kingdoms that live in the dungeon are, like, collapsing because they can't get the food they need and stuff. It's a very interesting one. And I also like that the dungeon master, a black dragon, is not, like, they're very young and inexperienced. So, like, they get yelled at by their grandfather, and they're like, what do you mean the dungeon's collapsing and doing this and that? Like, what are we doing? Like, what about the red alerts? So, well, the red alerts kept popping up, but I couldn't decipher them, and they were annoying, so I just kept throwing them away. It's like, you did what? No, you need to take care of those red alerts. That's stuff, that's literally stuff for you to do. They were just so annoying, so I just kept throwing them away. Yes, his class is literally farmer. Like, that's literally his class. He was already a good farmer to begin with, but his class actually, because he's not supposed to be there, his class also gets set to farmer. Yeah, but then it turns out why that this inexperienced dragon is there is because of she's very sick. And the dungeon is what's keeping her around, right? Hang on, I want to show you guys, like, I'm talking about awesome art, like how all this starts, right? Alright, here you go. Yeah. Boop. Der Werewolf, The Annals of Vite, Birth of a Demon City. And yep, this is our main character here. And there's all kinds of they go deep into the culture and everything of the werewolves and stuff like that, and what they believe in and why they do what they do, and how there's another subspecies that are the dog people that work for the werewolves. The werewolves are kind of like the big bruisers and everything, and then the dog people are kind of like the engineers and scouts and things like that. Hang on, let's see if I can show these dog people. They're stinking fucking adorable. I forget what they're called. I might have to just look at the thing real quick, but they're fucking stinking adorable. They're genuinely stinking adorable. So I recommend The Warrior Returns as a whole bunch of people being isekai to different worlds and then returning to our world again after killing the Demon King of that world. Oh. So basically, like, because they're like, our world needs to be saved, so therefore sending them out to gain the skills necessary. That'd be interesting. But anyways, yeah. So that was a Gatherer's thing. One of the things I liked in the humor for a Gatherer's adventure. Let's get back on track here. I like that there's like interesting things. There's interesting things. What a fucking statement. I like the fact that he runs into a village, and because he has the search capability, and he can gather items, he like helps this village a lot. He meets up with people that are like coming to the village because now the winter thaw is in, the spring is here, and he kind of like falls in love and cares for this village, but then the village is the village is very much like they come rally around him and everything like that, and they let him know like, hey, if you ever get tired of traveling, come back and see us sometime. And he himself, he gives them an item that like sets up a barrier around their town to protect it, and he lets them know like, hey, like this isn't just like a gift. Consider it like a future investment, because now this town is my home. I'll be back, and I want to make sure you'll be here when I do come back. It's a very sweet sort of like thing, but things are kind of it's very, how to put it. It's very not noble dark, because I haven't seen any of the darkness yet. I don't know how to categorize it. There's the whole thing of dark, grim, noble, noble dark, which noble dark is what my settings usually are, where there's a lot of darkness, but there are genuine like people standing up against it, and that's what you kind of follow. There's a general like good is attempting and trying. Grimdark is more where like good is very rare. Yeah. It's hard to explain. Oh yeah. And then there's what Grim Bright, and then Noble Bright and stuff like that. Hold on. Don't forget Grim Dumb. Yeah, there's a bunch of varieties. But like Noble Bright tend to be the most boring because they're like the super like utopia things and good people doing good things. And like I said, I fall back to Deep Space Nine on that. It's easy to be a saint in paradise. Being a saint in the darkness is where it's difficult. That's where it's hard. That's where it matters. That's where it's the coolest to see it, though. Yeah. Well, I disagree with this. Noble Bright is where good triumphs and characters can save it. That's not what Noble Bright is. Grim Dark is where evil triumphs and characters fail to save the world. And that's not what Grim Dark is. That's pure dark. That's crapsack world. Let's see your chart, sir. Let's see your chart. Okay, this is their chart. Let's see if we agree with this. So, Noble Bright. Yeah, the Pokemon universe. I'd say that's pretty accurate. This is pretty like, I think that's pretty fair. Noble Neutral. Yeah, again, I would say that's true, and I'd say Noble Dark. You could do if you wanted to keep with Star Trek theme. You would keep Deep Space Nine would be Noble Dark, but Noble Dark being Lord of the Rings, I'd say that's pretty accurate. Neutral Bright. Marvel. I don't know about this one. Color neutral. I don't know if I'd put Star Wars a color neutral. Neutral dark. Is that supposed to be Fallout 3? Because if it was more Fallout, I would do like. I would do more towards Grim. Also, I would say. The obvious one is 40k. 40k Grimdark. That is absolutely true. Yeah, I'd say Star Wars. I'd say Star Wars would fit here, but Lord of the Rings. I think this works well for Lord of the Rings as well, right? Grimdark is obviously because that's 40k's bread and butter. Grim Bright. Grim Bright is supposed to be like, you know what? Honestly, Grim Bright would be the third anime I watched. I would say that is Grim Bright. Then it leads into more like Noble Dark. So Grim Bright, I would say, is like a beautiful world of like plenty. It's kind of like idyllic, but darkness is growing within and rapidly, right? I don't know if it's Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I think it's just supposed to be the Mirror's Edge universe because of like the police forces and everything. Yeah. But I'd say the one we're talking about now, the one I was watching, is Gachi Akuda, which is I'd say pretty fucking accurate to call it Grim Bright, and then going into a Noble Dark setting, right? Goofy name, yeah, I know. But the essential plot premise is that there is a city, a sparkling, perfect, clean city that is just constantly throwing things away. If something gets damaged in any way or anything, they don't try to repair it or stuff, and they just throw it out and they get something new instead. On the outskirts of the city are the, like, tribe lands, right? That is the tribe where all the tribesfolk are, and they live in more of a rundown place. That's where all the undesirables live, right? They're on the other side of the wall. And it's a massive wall thing. It's supposed to be like it's setting up a class thing, but then it subverts that pretty quickly. And they believe that all trash, including people, should be thrown into the pit, and the pit is massive, right? The pit is huge. In fact, it looks like it's just this city surrounded by the pit. Like, there's only this city, and then there's the pit itself. Because, yeah, you think, oh, it's going to be like a class thing. Like, the tribesfolk are the good people, and the people in the city are the controlled and, like, totally arrogant, up their own ass thing. It's like, no, the tribespeople are also pieces of shit. Then the tribespeople are also pieces of shit. Again, it's just, the world looks beautiful and clean and everything, but they're obsessed with the cleanliness of it. And they believe any, like, capital offense, any sort of, like, harsh crimes, you're dealt with by throwing them away into the pit. And our main character, he gets framed for a murder. It wasn't really that good of a frame job, mind you. It's just that the police are so, like, well, you must have done it. You have his blood on your shirt. Ha-ha! Therefore, you're guilty. You know what I mean? They're very much not like actually investigating things. They're very much, I see it, I believe this immediately. Yeah, basically. There was no investigation. They just found him, like, mourning over his father figure being stabbed. And, like, the father figure is bleeding out. And he's like, you're the murderer. We caught you red-handed. Ha-ha. And he's like, he's not dead. Help him. And he's like, shut the fuck up, murderer. And he's like, no, help him. He's still alive. I said, shut the fuck up. And then they beat him until he, like, goes unconscious. Then they drag him to the gallows to throw him in the pit. Like, there was no, like, investigation or even an attempt to help him from not bleeding to death. Yes, the weapon was still there. The sword was still sticking out of him, which is actually what was keeping him alive. It's that whole thing where people think, like, oh, get that sword out of him quick. No, it's like, no, that's stopping a lot of the bleeding. Like, he would actually bleed out faster if you remove the sword. You know what? Hold on, chat. Hold on. I know. Oh. Damn it. I know the Copytism bots aren't going to like this. I don't know if I can care. I don't fucking care. I'm going to do this. And they can't stop me. We're going to go to his execution. Where, again, there is nobody taking his side, right? There's literally nobody. We're just going to show this quickly. Even the girl who he likes, and he gave a doll he had saved and repaired for her, she's like, I used to believe in you. And he realizes that, like, all of these people, every single one of them, There is not a single good person here. They're all shit. Yeah, she's exactly like the rest of them. She is exactly. There is no difference between the tribesfolk and the people that live in the city properly. They're all just brainwashed, mindless fanatics. Okay. Hang on, here we go. Let's start here. I'll kill you all. Like, again, I like the way that this first thing starts. I like the way it starts. The very first of it. Yeah. What a fucking, like, I like that they did the perspective from him actually being executed, right? You don't see it from the crowd, because the crowd's not important. They're all just an amorphous mass, basically. They're all the exact fucking same. You get to see it from his perspective as he sees the actual murderer there, standing with the crowd, watching as he gets sent over into the pit. The title is Gachia Kuta. Gachia Kuta. Gachiakuta. You forgot the other A. There's two A's. There's two A's original. Two of them. With an A in the middle. But now the entire premise is he gets sent down into a literal fucking hell. A literal, the pit. Now, when he gets to the bottom of the pit, as it turns out, it's an entire world that's living underneath this fucking city. This city that's constantly dumping its trash and its refuse on a planet beneath it. And, like, the planet beneath them, they fucking hate. They're like, oh, the things we would do if we could get our hands on that fucking city. Oh, the things we would do. But, yeah, he runs into a gang that's down here on the ground side called the Cleaners. And this gets into a whole concept of the conceit of this entire show, of this entire world, is that there are objects and items. All items and objects technically have a soul, or they can. If you take care of an object for long enough, if you, like, maintain it and care for it, a spirit will eventually inhabit said object. That spirit can then be tapped into and will give you benefits and help you because of the care you have shown. He should have had fingerless gloves. Then it would be easier to cosplay Joseph Joestar. He can't. Remember, his hands are fucked up. So we get to see his hands, and his hands are fucked up. Apparently his father, like, disfigured him. Like, intentionally. I don't know the full thing yet. But he says that his father did it. But he says whenever he has the gloves on, he feels better. The injury's not as painful as it used to be and everything. So he feels so much better with the gloves on. So he's been taking care of these gloves ever since he was even younger. So the gloves have been imbued with, like, an incredible sense of worth. And the spirit in the gloves is intense, right? Like, the spirit in those gloves is fucking intense. on top of that, the main character's special ability, like what makes the main character special, is that, and we get to see this, like it's brought up multiple times throughout the story of like how he views objects, how he views trash versus how other people do. Other people view trash as trash. He views a lot of the trash as things I can save. I can fix that. I can bring it back. I can make it useful again. I can save you. And so his power, his gift that he has, because all the cleaners have their imbued objects that they've taken care of for so long, his ability is that he sees the worth in what is considered worthless. And so he can actually bring out the full potential of an object. Now the object then dies, the object then like falls away into ash and everything, and that made him upset at first. But I like the fact that, I also like the fact though that they explained to him as like, you shouldn't think of it as you've destroyed an object. You should think of it as you tapped the untapped potential of that object. You made that object have a purpose. It carried out its last duties. You let it go out in a blaze of glory instead of being forgotten and abandoned. Like, the object's soul is at rest now because you used it to its utmost potential. So again, very cool ability. And also it's a neat thing because like the character where I'm at, the character's like, hang on, I'll show you guys that too. I'll show you where I'm at in it. The character's literally just they just met with the spellcaster, and he's like, we're gonna go give you a treat, right? We're gonna give you a treat. And so they take him to an old like abandoned building and everything like that. And he's like, okay, well here's your treat. Here's your treato. This is your treato.
いいのか
いざという時のために前もってビビッときたもんいくつか持って帰っとけ
It's a mountain of garbage.
ここは汚染域から外れてっから安住はいない時間やるから好きにあさってあ
And the only reason he's going to take back like all of this is because like he's just told, just take a couple items. Don't carry back the entire garbage dump back to our base, please. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Man, then I'll get to where I was literally going into the intro for this episode. Like there's a weird thing in a lot of anime. So you know how a lot of like shows are very specific. You set up the A plot like quickly, and then you immediately go into the intro and get it out of the way. Anime don't do that. You can go through 10 minutes of the fucking episode and then hit the intro all of a sudden. Be like, wait a minute, we didn't see the intro before this? What? Not like he could bring the dump back to base when the whole world is dumped. No, remember, it's not. Because a lot of the human cities on ground side have like the dome going. The dome aesthetic is what they call it. So that they can protect against trash being dumped by the sphere. They said like you could live outside of these domed cities, and like the cleaners go out and they have to destroy the trash beasts, because that becomes the conceit of the story of, if you love and care for an object, it can grow a soul. What happens if you abuse and throw that object away? What happens to that object? And the answer is it turns into a beast, a demonic beast, known as a trash beast. And that's what the cleaners mostly fight. They mostly fight the trash beasts. And there was a really, really good thing. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, kind of. Kind of. Okay. Let me go to mine. I uploaded a part of the episode. No, you know what? I should just do the... Let's just do the thing. We're not obviously gonna watch the full thing, but I'm gonna watch his revelation of it. Like, this is how the first episode ends, chat. I'll show you how the first episode ends. It is. The anime's... Oh! The anime's also very loud because I didn't readjust the volume. What a fucking nerd. Sorry. Sorry, chat. That's my bad. That is entirely my bad. Here you go. My apologies. I said it was a giant dump site. Pit where all filth ends up. Trash, people, all of it. By the way, listen to the sound design on this trash beast. Listen to the sound design on this thing. It just... You know how when you just hear something, it sounds filthy? It sounds like, oh god, if you like... You're going for a tetanus shot sort of thing. Listen to this thing. Yeah, it sounds awesome. Like, fantastic sound design. Genuinely fantastic sound design. Like, it doesn't just sound like metal, right? It actually sounds like rusted and crackling metal. It actually sounds like what you would expect if you had, like, two pieces of steel that were rusted and pitted grinding against each other. Like, it just sounds like bad news if you were to get hurt by it and whatsoever. Yeah, genuinely. Like, again, very interesting one thus far. Great visuals on it. I love the actual, like, design of a lot of the stuff. I like the concept of... my god, though, this anime will not help with people that have a hoarding complex, though. Holy shit. Not in the slightest. But, the cleaners, even themselves... like, they call it being a giver. Like, you're giving your care and attention and love to an object. They said a lot of people will disparage them and call them they're codependent. But yeah. I don't have a hoarding complex. I only keep things of value. You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. Like, oh my god. It's a very Japanese concept. Now, I don't know if that's a Japanese concept, because there are people that have that, right? Where there's just objects that they care for, like, way beyond what they should, you know? It's literally the hoarder stuff like that. They're like, this is a box of trash. What are you doing? And I'm like, well, I feel bad to get rid of it. Yeah, I would say... They're not rare, but they're uncommon, I think would be the way to put it. Right? Even I have some hoarding tendencies where I'll keep like the box of a guy's like, well, what if it goes bad and I need to like send it back or things like that? It's like, No, see, I don't even think that part is a Japanese concept that well cared for objects have a soul. I think that's a generalized thing. Uh, trust me. Trust me. This wasn't the show that made me start thinking this way. I've humanized fucking objects before. Just trust me. Don't. I've done it. Don't. There's a reason I've got more than I need. I'm on poverty percent, but I still have like all these objects. Some of it's stuff like I don't want to get rid of because I feel bad. Like, I don't know, somebody got me a nutcracker for Christmas one year, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? But I feel too bad to throw it out. Get rid of it. Oh. It's like, what do you want me to do with this? Like, why did you give me a nutcracker? Like, what? What? Like, I get it. You don't understand me at all, but what the fuck am I gonna do with this nutcracker? No. I will take a pizza oven. No, you do not understand. Okay, listen. You have not had pizza the same way until you have a pizza oven and you actually cook it in the pizza oven. It's good eating. It's good eating. Oh, actually, I should say, what kind of pizza oven? I guess that's the caveat. What kind of pizza oven? Because it's the same technical thing with air fryers, right? Air fryers are technically circulation ovens. Like, they're not actually frying the thing, you know? But, my god, they're really fucking good. It looks like a pizza box. Okay. What, I guess, do you have the model of it? Because there are really good pizza ovens, and there are, like, not good pizza ovens, right? Let's look at some pizza ovens here. Okay. Wow, these are what I would call good. No wonder I call them good ones. I didn't even look at the price yet. I was like, these are what I would call good pizza ovens. Then I looked at the price tag and was like, okay, that might be why. that might be why. These are the ones I would call good pizza ovens. That's a price tag to be sure. Damn, boy, damn, boy! Damn, boy, he's thick, boy, damn! Look at that price tag! Woo! Woo! Oh, here's one. Like, this is probably more like what you had, right? Some kind of like this. Just a little, like, box thing. Little box. Post the name. Okay, I see it. Hold on. Okay, so. Qui. Zen. Peas. Oh, yeah, look, right there it is. Okay. Ah, wow, okay. Holy shit, that's a price tag. Your pizza oven probably works real good. That's a fucking price tag. That's a fucking price tag. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, don't try it. Can you like can you go sell it? Like that's a pretty good that's a pretty good chunk of change. Woo! Get it as a return or something? Woo-hoo-hoo. Unless it's been too long, then yeah, I'd try using it. Yeah, I better make some good ass fucking pizza for that price tag. Good God. Good God. That's a fucking price tag. 5 or 6 years? Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay. Then yeah, I try it. Yeah. Try and make yourself a pizza. Make a handmade pizza, a homemade pizza. Pizza for my kingdom, yeah. Man, I really want to read more of the Annals of Vite. But I'd have to buy like a official translation ones now because it got picked up, and I don't want to. I don't want to. Because I don't trust that official translations aren't going to be absolute fucking doo-doo fucking pond water. Yep. Never trust the official translations. Yeah. I've never. They're usually absolute fucking dog shit. It's like, I'm much more. There's a reason why I was laughing my ass off and I was like, yes. Yes. Because a lot of the fucking localizers got replaced with AI machine translations, and then having just somebody who knows English look over and be like, well, that sentence doesn't make any sense. Let's fix it. We're going to have the sentence say the exact same thing it says, but we're just going to fix it so it like is legible. I'm very much in favor of that. Plus, it also pissed off all these localizers. Fuck you. You don't deserve your job. Heartfelt. Go fuck yourself. Yep. Yeah. There is only one. There's only one thing I said was there's one thing I've actually enjoyed, and it's where a dub actually threw in something funny. Hold on. It's actually with the Gotcha Yakuta dub, and I think it's actually funny. I don't know if I can find it, right? Maybe dub change? Because the... Oh, here we go.
The English dub version of Gotcha.
Alright. So they changed one thing in the English dub, right? They changed one thing in the English dub. And this is interesting.
The English dub version of Gachiakuta just added one insanely funny detail in this scene and fans freaking love it. Now Gachiakuta anime is a very loyal adaptation of the manga, but even the most accurate adaptations have a few minor differences every now and then. And in this particular scene where Jabber is saying goodbye to Rudo and other cleaners, not much was changed between the manga and the Japanese dub version of the anime. In the manga, Jabber simply said to Rudo that he never thought he'd have so much fun playing with a spherite, while in the Japanese version of the anime, he instead said how he's got a good game for a spherite. But then there's the English dub, which went a bit crazy here. Zeno Robinson, who is the English voice actor for Jabber, decided to do a short rendition of Ghost Stories and have a bit of fun with it.
Got some pretty good game for a worn out, foul mouthed, butthurt, ratchety, short stack spherite.
Damn, talk about King of Man when he's down. The English dub version.
Like, okay, that is funny. And it actually fits with Jabber's character, right? Like, that's not a breaking of the character. Like, no, that is something I would entirely believe he would say. You know, 100%. I would entirely believe that is exactly what that man would say. That dude is off his fucking meds, literally insane. So I would entirely believe that those words would come out of his mouth. So that's something where I'm like, that's a change that's funny and also still fitting in the character, right? Well, to put in perspective how insane Jabber is, Jabber has these claws he can make. And his claws have a toxin on them that will paralyze a victim, right? Well, he has grown immune to the toxin, but it'll still knock him out, but he'll be fighting in a fugue state. And so he realizes that the main character has a pendant that he's using currently for his object. And this pendant allows him to shift and move, make Jabber move wherever the pendant user wants him to move. And then Jabber puts together, he's like, I wonder if it can only work based off of my murderous intent. I wonder if I didn't have any ill intent towards you and I was just fighting as like a fucking zombie, if it would still work. And so he stabs himself with his own poison and he knocks himself out, goes into a fugue state, and he's like fighting as like just a beast. There's no like harm intent there. He's just flailing around like a madman, and the pendant doesn't work. He's like, yoinks, he figured this one out. But dude, he talks about it in all kinds of like weird things. He genuinely, he is actually just having fun. Unironically, his entire point is that he is just having the time of his life. When he wakes up out of his fugue state and he realizes he's won, he's like, oh man, I don't know what I did while I was unconscious, but you know what? I think I liking the results. And then he gets the shit beat out of him by the cleaners. The other cleaners show up and they beat the shit out of him. And he like looks up and then he's like, he goes, oh man, I'm already broke down and beat up and everything, and now you guys show up and you're trying to beat me too? And it's like, you're going to make me hard. I don't know what I did, but no, he doesn't even say I'll take it. He's like, I don't know what I did, but I like it. Yeah, dude, he's a fucking wackadoo, right? And he is a genuine like fucking. His introduction is also great. Like, one, you get to see him like cutting up a bunch of people and stuff like that, and he's like taking their eyes out and stuff because he believes that weaklings don't deserve anything. But when he gets introduced before his fight with the main character, there's like the main character and a couple of his other cleaners, the support crew, they hear like someone running up behind them. And then as it gets closer, you hear, and Jabber comes out of the darkness and he's like, oh fuck, that was a lot of running. It's just like, oh god, I'm here. Sorry I was late. The fighting's not over, is it? I'm here, I'm ready to fight. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. And meanwhile, the man is just totally, again, it's just a pure fucking act. He's not tired in the slightest, because the moment he like, then looks at the character and he's like, short, white hair that goes black at the tips. He goes, oh, it's you. And he immediately, like, fucking, with his speed, teleports, like, behind him, and he's, like, above the doorway and looking down at him like, I've come to play. It's like, okay. The dude's like fucking off his meds, fucking nut job. He's just a weirdo. He's just a pure fucking weirdo. Even the other characters literally call him a fucking weirdo. Even his own team members call him a weirdo. Yeah, he's fun at least, and I like the fact that they have to come up with clever ways to try to fight him. Very interesting. Yeah, he absolutely takes it as a compliment. Absolutely takes it as a compliment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on a second. Halloween fan art of Stag. Hold on. This was posted in Cree's Discord. Look. Chat, look at this. Enclave Emily is Fern. Pagan is Hyder. Setch as Eisen. I'm the fucking dwarf. I'm the fucking dwarf with super strength. Look at it. Look at it. That's fucking great. Rock and stone. Oh my god. That's fucking great. Oh, incredible. Incredible. That's fucking incredible. That's beautiful. Oh. Okay. Short King. Oh, the Short King's gonna be fun when we get into the other primes. So, again, Sidoris is the prime. Wrecker. William Lowell is going to be the prime Yalder Skald. There's the man I'm working on, like right now on the side, like getting his character details and everything like that. I already have his story set up, but the prime Domari is he's going to be a wolf blood for much of the story, but he is blind. But he wasn't always blind. He unfortunately worded some things near a spirit that took offense. Right? Because his whole thing was he had an ambition that he was going to... He's like, I want to be the one that, like... I'm looking towards the future. I want to protect the Wolverine souls and everything. And the spirit then taunted him and laughed and said, the one who looks too longingly at the future can't see the present, and then took away his sight. You know, because again, spirits aren't inherently good. That's the whole thing. You have to be careful when working with spirits. But the entire concept behind him is this idea of justice is blind. Right? Because he's a Domari. He's going to be the judge and lawkeeper. When he awakens, he gains his sight back, but he's not forgotten those years and years and years he spent blind. And in fact, he renders judgment in that way. But it's not the same, like, justice is blind that a lot of people think it is, right? It's the whole thing of, like, killing somebody is wrong, right? There's laws against murdering somebody. What if you kill a pedophile, right? Well, he was just going to take that theory of justice is blind to a different level. Justice didn't see it. Like, you're fine. What you did wasn't wrong. So, yeah. Yep, exactly. That's kind of the... Again, and that's the whole point behind... You have to be careful with the spirits. Because the spirits are individualized, right? Each spirit is different, and spirits can take exception to things that you wouldn't expect. And again, I find it as an interesting concept because that's the way he now views the world, because he didn't see the world the way everyone else did. You know, his sight was taken from him, and then he was left blind, and a lot of people like kind of dismissed him off, and eventually he gets his sight back. When he awakens, he is able to see. But in a twist of it, he can only see when he's taken different shape, right? Yeah, exactly. The why Gary why moment. Hold on a second. Hold on. This moment right here. Literally, this moment right here. You know what it is.
Gary Plochet was waiting for him. Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no! Gary Plochet.
Dude, the best part was the wife's interview, right? The ex-wife's interview. The ex-wife's interview. Where, and Count Dankula's like, you messed up. You should have kept her. She was the real one. Because the ex-wife said she was upset with him for doing that. But not because he did it. But because he didn't let her drive him there so he could do it. That was why she was upset. And Count Dankula's like, she was a real one. You should not have divorced her. She was a real one. The ex a real one. Yep. They go into like the 60 seconds interview again with him. Hang on. Well, no, this was pure justice. This is literally like justice in all its forms. Like the people did not want to convict him or anything like that, right? They're like, no, we can't bring ourselves to throw him in jail for killing a man that harmed his child. No, fuck that. Yeah. If you don't know the situation, it's fucking grim. It's very grim situation. This man, the man that he popped, kidnapped his and raped his son multiple times. And that's why their relationship didn't work out. Gary and his wife didn't work out, was because Gary felt horribly responsible that he didn't see all the signs, right? Yeah, the people spoke and said, "Let this hero walk." Like that was 100% it. Like, this man is a fucking hero. And that's the whole point behind too this Domari, is that he's gonna have the same sort of justice thing. It's like, justice doesn't mean following the exact letter of the law. Like, to do that is to be an unthinking, unfeeling thing. Like, because the exact letter of the law is that Gary Plauché was guilty of first-degree murder. But to everyone that knew why Gary did it, no, there's a reason in the chant of "Let that hero walk." Mm-hmm. True justice isn't always correct under the laws of man. Yep. And the same thing for the Wolverine. Like, his point's going to be like, true justice isn't like doesn't mean you're following the exact letter of the law of the Wolverine either. Which is why he becomes the prime Domari. Essentially, the primes are like the pinnacle of what each caste should be. Sidoris is the prime wrecker. Like, all wrecker should aspire to be like Sidoris. All Yaldaskald should aspire to be like William Lowell. All Domari should aspire to be like this guy. Because again, he is carrying out justice, but with genuine thought and empathy behind it. Right? He's not just carrying out the exact letter. He's not a robot. He's not a machine. He's thinking of the humanity of it. And that's why he becomes the prime that. The prime Guthi and the prime Speya are going to be fun. Because I've already got a thing for the prime Speya as well. And that she tries to set the pace for herself. Right? So, a lot of hers is she'll like start clapping. Like, basically, she's setting the pace for how she's going to do exactly what she's going to do. Like, she's setting up the pieces in her mind. And the whole point behind the Speya is that they need to be thinking. You need to be creative. You need to think through situations. You are the information gatherers. You are the scouts, the spies, the assassins. You need to use your head. Think things through. Plan things. And that's what she will do. Like, usually if she starts clapping, that's coming moments before there are a lot of people. There's a lot of cans, and she's gonna pull out the can openers. She's gonna pull out the twin daggers of the moon, and she's going to fucking open up a lot of cans. Ugh. The prime Guthi is going to be one who can, he'll be able to channel, or sorry, she'll be able to channel spirits and things like that. She's going to channel spirits to the point where she can actually, through her own efforts, can manifest the spirits around herself. Like, the spirits don't need to do it, she can do it for them. That's the connection that she'll have to the spirit side. That's why she becomes the prime Guthi. It'll be fun to get there. It'll be fun to get there to those. Again, we're working now where things are coming up to a head in Den of the Arctic Wolf. They're going to do the lake opening ritual. So the lake ritual with Vingalik. and then it's going to shift over to Sheriff John's perspective as they talk about the graveyard, because the graveyard has now been violated, and the graveyard keeper, he's like, you get told these rumors and story and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not really like the lake opening ritual is essentially like bringing in the spring, right? The winter has now come and gone, and spring is now here. The spring thaw is in. Alex thought it was going to be a couple weeks still before the temperature would rise enough, but the spirits have said no, the temperature's going to get warm enough that we can open the lake now. And what's going to happen during the ritual, while Vingalik is channeling the ritual and everything, and starting the song of regrowth, like to bring in the new year, the new growing season, new life essentially. There's a wolf pack that's going to be waiting on the other side of the lake that Victoria can see and Alex can see, obviously. But the wolf pack is waiting because when the lake opens, when the ice basically cracks and falls away, the wolves will dive in and start fishing. They're going to go in and get themselves some fish. Fishies. Okay, like when a parent says, "Oh, you find that funny? Just wait, I'll be dealing with you too shortly." Yep. And remember, the thing about Speya is that they can actually ride shadows, right? Because Speya are born under the new moon. When the moon is its darkest, Speya have a deep connection to shadows. They can actually ride the shadows. They can meld with the shadows and fly through them, right? Also, this is going to let Alex set up, again, just for like fun little trivia things. I like throwing in little bits of trivia and stuff like that. Victoria's going to be like, are those wolves actually fishing? And then Alex will be able to explain, like, wolves are actually incredibly good swimmers, unlike dogs. Dogs have doggy paddled, the most recognizable thing, but it's not very efficient swimming. Wolves can actually swim really fucking well. Like, people would be unnerved if they knew. There's an entire species of wolf that is all about swimming. They swim from island to island and they go fishing. That's where they get their nutrients. Let me see if I can find what the name of that. Find an island swimming wolf. Oh, the sea wolves. Hang on, sea wolves. Yeah, the Vancouver coastal sea wolf. Now, the reason wolves can swim so much better is because, unlike dogs, if you were to take a wolf's paw and you were to spread their little digits apart, they have webbing between their paws, between their little digits. This helps give them like snowshoes in the snow so they can run really fast, but it also lets them swim because they have flippers, basically. And they are really good swimmers. So yeah, so there's a species of wolf called the Vancouver coastal sea wolf, and they swim out to the islands and everything like that, and they actually go fishing. Oh no, wolf sharks! For the wolverin, they don't have the webbing on their hands, but they do have the webbing on their feet. So wolverin, when they're in their true form, they have the webbing on their little feety peats, which also makes wolverin really good swimmers. What's this? A bunch of sea wolf puppies. Oh, that's a great shot of the sea wolf. Hold on a second. Hold on. Look at this shot. Look at this picture. I'm gonna get you. Whee! Diving in to go swimming. Wolf sharks. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Again, wolves are just fascinating. Wolves are genuinely an amazing species. Like, there's not just beyond werewolves being cool, but there's a reason wolves are the guardians of nature. Like, genuinely so. I can take one. Yeah, it's also the way they run, too. That's my favorite. That's my favorite one. Was like, somebody did it on Twitter. Was, could you take a werewolf? Yes, no, and yes was like a ton of people said yes, and then the follow up poll, which was hilarious, was in a fight, right? And there was yes, no, and the no had like 83% of people said no. And the person responded to that with, bow! Bow! Bad! No! Bad! Bow! In a fight, right? No. What do you mean? Go to horny jail. Oh! Should be able to look at this one, right? Look. Apparently this is for a werewolf calendar, an old one from 2011. Look at that. Gotcha, nerd. Come here. Come here, I'm gonna pet you. I'm gonna pet you. What was that other one? The one there was a werewolf that was attacking a dude. It's the one guy that does the hilarious wizard animations. He does he has some werewolf ones too. But the guy is like cornered by a werewolf, and then he pretends to pantomime throwing a ball. And he's like, "Did you just pretend to throw a ball, like trying to expect me to go chase after it?" No. One second, I'll be right back. No. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Here's a funny one. Here's a fun one. Nice. I got him. Fish him. I got him. The pups are like, give us the fish. Give fish. Give us fish. No. No, my fish. My fishies. My fishums. Give fish. Alright, second now. Alright, here we go. Look at the eyes on this. This is from Sean James, by the way. This is from Sean James. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. He's like, I'm out. Peace. Peace. Yeah, he's from a he has a band called the Shapeshifters, right? And one of his songs, they went out and they did one of the songs, a cover for American Hearts at a wolf sanctuary. I posted the thing in Discord before. Yeah, and Sean James has been posting it on his YouTube channel and stuff as well. Like, Meta Wolf didn't die, 10 out of 10 experience. Here, we can't do much of this. This stream's already going to be claimed anyways. But, you know, here you go. So this is them out here. You can see a couple of them in the background already. So his buddy's nervous, because obviously there are a bunch of wolves that are coming and stalking around. But Sean's like, nope, it's fine. Okay. Also, I'll give you a bit of I'll give you some tidbit information here in a second, but yeah.
We were raised by wolves, and we are still wild, and we howl when the trouble winds blow. And in the TV's blue light, oh, assassins will lie if we just go down slow.
You can hear all the wolves howling.
So don't tread on me, for I am your brother. I was born with an American heart. And don't tread on her, for she is your sister. She was born with an American heart.
Yep, it was singing time for the wolfies too. It was singing time. Oh, all right. These wolves act like huskies for some reason. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. But anyways, tidbit time. Bit of interesting information. So, my mother, huskies don't howl. Is that howling? I don't know. Howl anyways. Yeah. Dogs don't really howl, right? That's a wolf trait. Wolves howl, dogs bark. If you want to see what a wolf sounds like, again, they don't really have like a bark. Anyway, so my mother is an artist, right? So she does paintings and things like that. And a long time ago, she painted a wolf painting, and then she went out and she met Sean James, and that painting has been signed. Like Sean James signed the wolf painting and everything that she did. That is hanging up in their living room right now. And I didn't realize that it was signed because, after so long, you don't like pay attention to the signing and stuff like that. But no, it's signed there by him and his other compatriots that were there at the time. Yeah, it's a nice painting too. It is really a really nice painting. She does have a thing that I personally don't like when she draws and does her paintings stuff like that, where she does a lot of like kaleidoscope backgrounds and things like that, but then she gets super hyper detailed, like on the wolves or dogs or cats or anything that's in the painting. Like, I mean, hyper detailed. I was like, man, I'm not a fan of big abstract backgrounds and things. It's just not for me, right? Especially in with how hyper detailed the animals are, right? But I said it kind of works. No, not really like a. What's a way to put it? I'm trying to think like a good thing, like this is more accurate. Like she does backgrounds like this, right? And then if you can imagine like a photorealistic animal then over it. I might take a picture of one. Have to show you guys at some point. Take a picture of one because I've got one here, so I can take a picture of it and show you it. But yeah, so imagine like backgrounds kind of like this, and then it's over the top of this is like a photorealistic wolf sort of thing. You know what I'll do? I'll try and take a picture of the Sean James one and show you guys it. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Because that one's less abstract in the background, but it still has a bit of it. But yeah, I'll try to take a picture of that one and show you it. Hang on. Meanwhile, let me... Okay. I gotta show you this because I was talking about it earlier, but I want to show what the doggos are like. They have the canines that work closely with the werewolves, and they're stinking adorable. Okay, you can kind of see them here. Hold on. It's rough, but you can kind of see them here, right? Hey. They're just little doggos over beside him. This is the main character. This is Vite. The enemy possesses roughly 200 men. They're currently spread throughout the city on patrol. Are you sure about that? This is a report we received from the werewolf squad inside the city, so I wouldn't know. ... Ah, I guess that's fair. Yep, and then when the actual attack on the city happens, so this is them explaining like the werewolves and everything like that. When the actual attack on the city happens, it's fucking great. Like Vite sneaks in the front door because again, as werewolves, they can pass as people. So they pass as people. They go in, and then they sound the alarm, and the little canine guys attack like a little fucking swarm of kobolds. And so the town now, they rush their defenders out to the walls, stuff like that. They're gonna go defend the city, and then Vite gives the signal, the actual signal. And then all of the people that are hidden inside the city rip off their disguise, and they're like, "All right, it's werewolf time." There are wolf monsters inside the city. Ah! Very effective siege strategy. Those kobolds, your compatriots, such? No, incorrect. Oh, that's the other thing too. How many weird things, like with like campfire cooking, right? Campfire cooking has another one where the kobolds are all like dogs. They're like what werewolves would be. Very strange. I don't know why Asia. I kind of get why Asia did it a little bit, because Blizzard's kobolds like were not lizard-like or anything like that. I forgot about this page. Holy shit. Holy shit, I forgot about this page. It's a monster. Excuse me? I'm no monster, I'm a demon. Werewolves possess intelligence and culture. We're a proper race. Appreciate if you didn't mistake us for monsters. What if I saw you and screamed, "Oh my god, it's a mammal"? You wouldn't like that, would you? Same thing. Oh my god, it's a mammal. Like, the fuck you mean? We're a monster. Bastard bitches. I wouldn't like that, but I'm a racist. Oh my god. We have to help her. Let's save her. You're not blaming this whole thing on her. I'm not blaming this whole thing on her. I'm blaming this whole thing on you. Oh my god, Tucker. Let's save her. She's drowning. Also, I do genuinely like all of his subordinates. All the other werewolves are interesting. Come on, wolf supremacy. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did more of them finally get released? Can I actually read more of them? Higargurg? Higargurg? Okay, hold on a second. I might have to start reading some, I might have to start reading some more, Annals of Light. Ooh. 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 I'm happy. That's made me happy. Yes. And when I say release more of them, I mean release more of them that I can actually fucking read. Because that's the worst part, when you can't actually read the damn things. And the reason you can't read the damn things is because they're behind an official paywall now. It's like, hate. Cannot carry on story. Hate. Oh my god, it's a mammal. What TTRPG did him like a dog or a rat thing? I guess early Dungeons and Dragons, right? Hold on a second. Like super early Dungeons and Dragons kind of did it. Yeah, they were pretty. There you go. They're pretty rough looking, right? So, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I just don't like it. I don't like him like that. But I'll show you, hang on, like, this is what the kobolds look like in Campfire Cooking in Another World. Unironically. See? That's a kobold. I'm just like, Are you sure? I'm not a kobold. Oh my god. Oh. I'm gonna cast Shuffle the Orifices of your entire body. Shuffle the function of all orifices in your body. Yeah. Technically this is the Kobold King. Right? So to be fair, this is the Kobold King, so he's really big. But it's still like, are you tur that's a kobold? are you tur? I don't think that's right. I think that's incorrect. Lucky for you, I'm not into that shit. Oh my god, turn the perception of reality to light mode. Holy shit. I cast internet search history. No! Ah! Fuck! Yep, now I need to destroy all of reality to let that go away. That was one thing I actually thought was funny in reincarnation into a slime. Like the time I got reincarnated as a slime, I actually found that funny. At the start of it is like, okay, that's amusing. When he's bleeding out and dying, he tells his friend, he's like, I need you to do something for me. What is that? He goes, I need you to take my computer and destroy it. Don't let my family see the search history. Please destroy. And then his friend dutifully, you see his friend standing there like dutifully mourning as the computer is thrown into the bathtub. Like, okay, that's funny. That I do agree. I like how he's like, that's a true friend. Like a true friend he did. Yep, he carried through with his last wishes. Now, to be fair, I would do much the same thing. I wouldn't do the whole computer. I would just take the hard drive and stuff like that, right? I'd just take the hard drive out and I would pitch it in the thing, or I'd smash with a hammer or something. Because I'm like, that's a waste for all those other components. But, not gonna lie, I would be tempted to be like, is it that bad? And look and be like, oh god, and then immediately shut the computer off and strip the hard drives out and be like, sledgehammer, 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 quick. None can see this. I have witnessed true horror. I have looked behind the curtain and there was no wizard. I was trying to think of the funniest one I could think of. And must never see the light again. I was trying to think of what I think would be the funniest one to have that moment with. Oh my god. Okay. I enjoy these days, by the way, where we just sit and just talk and chat and do fucking shit. Oh, he's just a furry. Wait, what is this folder labeled clowns and feet? wait, no, you're here. Hang on, wait. Anyway. And this is all you hear? No, come on. Oh my god. Just like, no! It's not the clown squeaking shoes I expected, but it works so much better for the point of it being terrible. Oh, cursed. Absolutely cursed. Oh man, oh man. Man, I'll tell you what. You know what the greatest thing ever is, though? And it's tangentially related to clowns. All right, everybody. Legends of Evantris, because one of their players, Derek, actually went to clown college. He is so fucking good at doing all sort of like physical humor and bits and stuff. Oh my god. Chuckles is top tier, but this
As you hit the
hang on, here we go. This is the stuff of legends and why Derek is an actual legend. This is why he's an actual legend.
ground feet first on a big mossy stone.
Oh, my legs! Oh, my fucking legs!
Brace yourself.
I'm contractually obligated.
Both of your legs break.
I'm in so much pain. Gideon, get off of me. Oh my god, my fucking legs!
As
Oh my god. Again, you can actually, if you watch the episode, you can actually see him slowly working his shoes off, and then he brings one up, and he's just carefully making sure he doesn't move anywhere on the table. He brings one foot up, and he slips it off. He brings the other foot up and slips it off, and he's got him on his hands, ready to go. Ah!
you hit the
One more
ground
time.
feet first on a big mossy stone.
Oh, my legs! Oh, my fucking legs!
Frost,
I'm contractually obligated.
both of your legs break.
I'm in so much pain. Gideon, get off of me. Oh
Literally folded in half.
my god, my fucking legs!
Oh my god, my fucking legs. Yeah, that's one of the best ones ever. Again, he does all kinds of stuff like that, right? His physical comedy, his capability to do
As you
physical
hit the-
whoops. His capability of doing like actual physical comedy is so fucking good. It is incredible. Genuinely incredible. And he's so good. He's so good at like playing different characters. So like I love his campaign of Icebound. His campaign of Icebound is really fucking dark. But he's really, really good at actually like playing like different characters. Bitsy is probably his most famous character, right? Most people don't know Morning Frost, but almost everybody knows Bitsy, right? Hey, wait.
Bitsy.
Okay. There we go. This is the last one of these. Bitsy.
Yeah?
You
This is
told
Derek's
us that your
character.
town was going to kick you out forever, and you don't even seem upset about that.
They keep asking me to leave, and I didn't leave, and then they were gonna tell me to kick out, and then I was gonna be kicked out, and I was like, I don't want that to happen. Why?
Why were they going to kick you out?
Because they don't understand the difference between lemons and lemon juice.
What?
It's a long story. You wouldn't understand.
I'm really trying here.
If they had to kick you out because they didn't understand the difference between lemons and lemon juice, we might have to kick you out if we don't understand the difference between lemons and lemon juice.
Well, the one is the lemon, and then the other's like a liquidy juice type. They kept saying that one came from the other, and that's f***ing horseshit.
Clearly, the juice comes from the lemon. But once you squeeze the juice out of the lemon, it
This is
stops
what they
being a
kept
lemon.
saying. That doesn't make any sense. I don't have any lemons on me, but if you squeeze that lemon and lemon juice came out, I wouldn't.
All right, when we get to Click Clock, I am gonna blow your mind. Bitsy, you told us that you're...
When we get to Click Clock, I am gonna blow your mind. Bitsy is so fucking unhinged. Bitsy, the best part is just how naturally... Oh, wait, no, there's one last Bitsy one. Hold on. The most famous one, calling my agent. Here we go. No, the calling my agent one.
You should call our agent.
we should call our agent.
Oh, who's our agent? Yo, Jerry. Yeah, there's like a strange mystery, and I think that we need to solve it and save December win.
Ask him if there's any updates on me getting on Witchlight.
Any word from Once Upon a Witchlight about Bitsy joining? No, I know she's right next to me. Okay, cool. We're probably just gonna bag this whole rest of the thing and save December win. Okay.
Did Bad Dragon have any feedback on the photos I sent them?
Oh no, he's gotta go. He's gotta go to the thing. What? Okay.
3 months.
What's the word? He died 10 years ago.
Did Bad Dragon have any feedback on the photos I sent? Oh my god. Oh my god. I love... Alright, I know I said last one, but hold on a second. Hold on. Because again, they're so good about like incorporating unexpected randomness in their thing.
Save your appetite for
Alright. Here we go.
the feast with the master.
Was that-
Your labor is required.
Labor?
Before that,
Labor.
much to do, much to do.
Well, I can't get started on any kind of labor if I'm not significantly.
The bell tolls in the cathedral of the dead. I must away. And he shambles off. That was weird. The master is eager to meet you.
Is the master okay? He was breathing real heavy.
Oh, the master is the pizza.
Oh.
I have been summoned.
Again? You have to away again?
I said we're definitely gonna just follow. Yeah, we're coming this time. We're coming with.
Oh my god. I just love how quickly they can pivot, right? They can just pivot when something unexpected like that happens, how fast they can just shift like to these moments. Ah, the bell tolls. Oh. Ah, the bell tolls in the cathedral of the dead. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh my goodness sakes, that's just fucking funny. Inside every Alana viewer are two wolves. Oh no. Oh no. Alana's voice is what keeps me sane. Alana's voice is what keeps me insane. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh my goodness. Okay, Chad. Okay. So there was another update to Super Fantasy Kingdom. I'll get it right. Don't worry. I know what I played. Wait, is there another update? There's another update. Hold on. Okay. So there were two, apparently. There were two of them. I said, I don't think I could play this, like, for a full stream through, because this frustrates me. But I'll show, because JoJo is here. Because there was an update yesterday. And then there was another update just now, but it was apparently a really small one. I'm assuming hot fixes, right? Yeah, I'm up to 8 stars now. Oh my god, I finally made it to 260. Frustrates me a little bit. Hang on a second. You know what, chat? I'm gonna start my lunch real quick. And then we'll play a thing of this so JoJo can see, like, what I'm doing. To explain, like, how, how things aren't going well. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be one momento. I know, uno momento. I'm here. All right. Hold on a second. All right. Is that a serious question related to this game? Probably, I don't know. Feels wonky sometimes. It marks 2 times the same words. I write or delay my input and jumble the grammar of my words. Yep. Okay. Now I'll show you what I have thus far. These are the heroes and everything I have. We're at 19 now. I'm debating on just getting Celine out of the fucking way, you know? I'm debating on just getting her out of the fucking way. Just getting it done with. I've genuinely, she is probably the single worst hero. Hands down. I was not a fan of Cole either. Like, sure, we got him up to 260, but that was luck and stubbornness. Like, that was luck and stubbornness on that one. I think Grumdil is by far the best hero, hands down, right? I don't think that's much up for debate. I think he is genuinely just the best hero. I don't know what Alric is. Maybe we'll experiment. We'll try Alric and see what he is. But this is what I mean, too. I talked about it. JoJo agreed in the Discord. Why don't they show us, like, any of their stuff, you know? Like, why don't you bring up what they work with, what they do? Are they a magic caster? Are they not a magic caster? Are they melee? Are they summoner? I don't know why they don't tell you anything here. I might do Celine just to get the one out of the way. That awful church quest, because her stuff counts as holy, right? So I might do that just to get the holy stuff out of the fucking way. Holy shit, that sounds fucking great. Aldrich sounds great. Yeah, I'm gonna do hers just to get her out of the fucking way. You know? We'll do you. You. What the fuck is barrier? I'm gonna do barrier. I'm gonna try and make it super defense heavy on my my footman. Tempted. Let's do this instead.
Another battle finished.
Alright. So come here. Immediately fix you up. You're there, you're there. We'll do... You... Oh, no, shit. You is the tavern. You here, lumberyard. It's 10... I need to survive 10 days without? 14 days. You have to get through both bosses without a quarry. Brr. Fucking okay. You there, you there. I can do that. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to some of these. Fuck it, no, we're gonna do a quarry. Okay. Alright. Then, here's what I do. Come here. Raw meat. Wood. Stone. Okay. And now that we've got that... Hoos. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this awful character. Awful. This attack pattern is just... Look at this. Her thing is genuinely cancerous. See? I don't know why Celine... This is one of the things, like, Celine is the worst character of all time. You can genuinely lose day one. You can actually, unironically, and genuinely lose the first day because Celine is that terrible. You have to have somebody else compensate for how awful Celine is. Probably gonna be Clown. Like, you unironically have to compensate for how bad she is. Like, I don't understand how is she not been changed or, like, been removed with an apology to be like, no, that she's fucking absolutely cancerous. I'm sorry for ever putting her in the game to begin with. Oh, speaking of. There's a boulder up north. Will you help? Okay, now I actually have a reason to use booze. Okay. I'll probably do the farm there. So normally what I do is I get the fish spot quickly. I'm not going to this time. I'm trying something a little different. By the way, the one exception to her attack, we'll see if it happens. I just saw it for a second there. Alright, she hit this target, right? Now her attacks will actually heat seek to that target. See? That's only if she hits them. As you notice, they don't have to go anywhere near her. They can literally just walk straight this line to her. Very fucking frustrating. By the way, this is why I do the meat. Because the first day gives you 3. The next day, the meat will be well cooked, and then it'll give you 4. So you get 2 levels for your first guy immediately. I'm going to try something a bit different this time. House. Upgrade you. We've got enough of a stockpile to do that. And then I want to focus heavily on using these because they don't use up any food. Well, it's Swamp Kingdom no matter what. Alright, well, here we go. Sweet Jesus. Oh my god, you hit 1 finally. Oh my god, 2! Fucking miracle. There you go. Oh, we got another one. Yeah. Especially because you can compensate for the bone golem not being super fast. You can compensate for that. I think there we go. 2 levels. All right, pause. Thank God that's done. We need to get to 100. First workshop 1. I really want to get the faith generator, but this is way too good to not take. Like, cannon is way too good not to take. That's a fucking nerd. Clear any dungeon that you have to do while also at risk of getting attacked. Okay. Now, we've got that. I need to... We're going to do you as the sawmill. Get a worker there right now. And then the next one we're putting in is the... Oh, that's our own magic. Then the next one we're putting in is the stuff. Yep. Which I will do. But see, it's a little random where he shoots, but again, when it hits, it's real nice. And we're going to get lots of enemies here soon, so... Oh my god, it's a miracle. She's actually hitting things. 47. Maybe the only way to actually get this fucking job done. Okay, now it's going to be pure berries here. Nope. I don't want any of your fucking nonsense. I need my goods. Oh, we need to do this one. So we can get the skeleton one right now. Ooh, the caravan. I don't know if that would work for anything we need. Fatigue might be better. I'm gonna take barrier. Put it on her immediately. This might be the day we also need to pull out our guy. What'd you find for me, buddy? Oh, increased mana. Nice. That goes for you. I'm gonna do... Oh, can't for you. Okay. Let's do you and barrier. Okay, now he's gonna come and give me another unit.
Battle is my passion.
That's rough. Oh, I'm one short. Well, that's rough, buddy. That's super rough. That's okay. That's okay. We'll have to just go the other way. That's bad. That's bad. Okay. So it doesn't matter. Either one will work. Oh, yeah. Wow, there were coins there. Oh, what a dick. What an absolute dick. Okay. Fix up the church. Upgrade. You. What's the last one? 500 of them. Fuck sakes. Okay. Well, fucking good luck to us. Upgrade you. Get the farm in. I need to start getting my wheat production and everything going quickly. Much faster. But the day's easy. It's the slime day, so this is a easy peasy day. Well, at least this is giving me some kills for the stuff, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's make sure, double check on that. Yeah, nice. Again, blob is super easy. Dead. Okay. Yep. There we go. Oh. Nice. Cool. A little more EXP for the swordsman. Come on, get your bread going. Do you for now. Be nice to get this fucking objective done for once. Ever. Okay. I need this to be the priority pickup. Another board here made. we go. Oh, I'm struggling here because we're just getting unlucky with them picking up some stuff. If I can get this to be a priority pickup. There we go. Make one more board. Come on, get the next one in. Oh, that's adorable. I never saw those before. Well, it's fine. I need her to move. You know what I mean? Like, I need her to actually move. Yep, hell puppers. And do this for you. Alright. Yes, we got enough. Okay, hold on. Stables. Mule. Okay, and then need to bakery here. Then we need to well here. Okay, start working on you again. And I need to open that back up. Oh my god. Yeah, who fucking knows? You know what I mean? Who fucking knows? Oh, hang on, we can upgrade her now. Radiance. Oh, booze! Because then... I start filling in this kingdom. Booze! Yes! 16. Yep. Wish I could give you this. It'd be fucking nice. Bam! Yep. Okay. Think. Got that going. I might do the monument to try to get her race to her next upgrade quickly. We'll see. There we go. Another one. Oh, and we have enough for another one. Yeah, we're using siege equipment heavily because it doesn't cost food. So very, very fucking handy. Okay, have to stop that. Focus there. He's having a good old time. Look at him. Yep, rock. Okay.
Step aside.
Boom. Bleh. 280, 375. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you have enough to give me? Yeah, I get it. You suck. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna get a decoration to get some more gold income. Lich. Okay. One mil. $16, we can get another one. There we go. Wood, that's appreciated. Wheat, appreciated. Missing bush. Okay, so you're done now. What? What's the next day? Blood moon. What? I don't like that. I don't think I've ever seen that prompt before. I'm already not looking forward to it. Upgrade you. You only can get to these ones? You can't do those at all? You're kidding me. You're actually kidding me, Smalls. Actually kidding me. For you. Okay. Should be the next day, and then we get that one. Okay. Good. Good, because I got really worried there for a second. I was like, you're kidding, right? You're actually kidding me? On that, that's pretty fucking gross. Wake up for 5 days. Okay. Oh, thank God. Done. Monk told me a rumor about an old artifact. It should be hidden on the Golden Island. So you have to do island expeditions to find her. You will find me there. Okay, so we have to get lucky then and do island expeditions off of this to find her. Okay. Gather berries, of course. Of course. I've got 2 slots left. I think I'm gonna siege camp 1. Yeah, we're getting bread production in, so we're good there. Which should mean we can upgrade you. And let's go with... you. Yeah, same. But I think this is supposed to do it, right? With the reduction here. So I think we could quarry this with the tracks and get it. Hexing and flexing. I do actually like his little, like, dialogue blurbs. Hexing and flexing. Yep. And he's a blood moon, so he starts off piss. Yeah. Oh, nice! Because he bumped into it, all of her attacks are hitting him. Oh my God, yes! Oh, holy shit. That was the cleanest and fastest Magister I've ever done. Just because all of her attacks hit him. Oh my God. That's so fucking nice. Meanwhile... Oh, you're not even regenerating yet? Two more. Phoenix is much easier. Gyrocopter is a pain in the ass. Gyrocopter is a huge fucking pain in the ass. Holy shit. I could not believe how awful the gyrocopter was. I thought Phoenix was bad. Then I did the gyrocopter route once and... Elven Kingdom, Dwarf Kingdom. I guess we're going Elf. Yes! Keep making farmland! Oh, here we go. Oh, that's nice. I like it, the Tesla one. Dark Pylon's good too, but you need a wall. Which I guess we could put the wall in now. Hexing and flexing. Yeah, we're gonna put you in. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Now, there we go. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Little zappy crystal. And again, doesn't use up any food. So we're just constantly building up our food supply like crazy. Bzz, 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 bzz. Okay. Oh. Oh, I need to provoke you tomorrow. Oh, should we try it? Hold on. I don't know if we'll get it. I don't know if we'll succeed, but I'll try it. We'll try. They don't actually do damage, but if they get to you, you lose. Or you not lose, they just go back home, I should say, not lose. Sorry, that made it sound way worse of a thing than it is. Well, I guess barbarians. See? Bam. And put you over there. So I don't accidentally do that. But now we've got that unlocked. This one I assume gives us stone each day. That'd be nice. Oh, 52. Hang on. We're gonna do this. Come on, keep him off of him. Keep him off of him. You got this. You got this. I believe. I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try mini boss you. We'll see how it goes. And you know what? Let's provoke you and get you out of the fucking way. You know what? We don't need you operating right now. Wow, none of them. Okay, let's do... I need Swamp Kingdom to show up. We'll do you. Boom. I are 9 stars, right? Hold on, which means we can do this. Yeah, 2 carriers to start with. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, wait just a minute, Mr. Postman. Yep, some extra booze. Boost. The booze boost. Okay, we don't need you now. We got plenty of that. Get another review going. Siege camp. Okay, upgrade. Okay. I think I'll do 1 ballista, 1 brazier. So ballista and a brazier. Do I need it on the field or can it do from the side? Hold on. Nice. Okay, cool. We're not gonna need any bread for a while, so that's fine. Okay. Oh. Five. Boom. Yeah, keep going. Keep charming me. Swordsman leveled. Okay, you get to pick. All right. That's a lot of fields in town. Okay. Oh, here we go. Swamp Kingdom. The caravan. Would this be good for... Really? Fine, how about you? Well, at least now she's constantly attacking. I don't think the thing I gave did that for her, but you know, whatever. It is what it is, right? Upgrade. Oh, also, hold on a second. Upgrade you. Ugh! It's rough, buddy. Oh my god! Oh my god, that was a rough one. Hold on. Try again. Try again, because we had some shenanigans we can do, like, quickly. First off, upgrade you. See what we get. See if we can get a better roll here. Okay. Upgrade. There. That did it. I got the upgrade in faster. All right. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that would have been smart too. I could have like put him right here. Okay. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Close. Crossbowman. And use this to also level up the crossbowman. 13 stars. Pray for a wonder. Rock. A rock! Another rock! Yum. Battle Mage. Get us another one. And just a little bit of extra health. That one's so bad. That one's so bad at all. Alright, we'll restart our production of bread here in a second. Alright, what you got for me? Ooh, a gold bar. Thank you. Appreciate that. Here's the phonics. Hopefully that's close enough. You are not close enough. Thank God she's actually attacking it, though. Oh my God. Oh, hell yes. Hell yeah, piercing automatically for it. Bastard bitch. You bastard bitch. Okay. Alright. Got you. Cool down. Pull you off. You and you. Let's go. So they'll start working on breads tomorrow. Ugh. Okay. Even sturdier walls. And a sturdy tower. What you got for me? This thing sucks. Because it only hits right in front of it. I was like, man, you You suck. You suck, sir. You suck. I'll do you just to get a new thing. Put you here for now. Pull you down, pull you up. Yeah. Bastard bitch. Oh. Hell yeah. Alright, this gives us more. Ooh. Hopefully I can actually use it on what I want to use it on. I cannot. What range do I need for you? What if we... Can I double... Hang on, wait. Can I double? Here. You. You. Wait. Where the eyeball there went. You. That was not intentional. That was not intentional, but hilarious. That was not intentional, but hilarious. It is. Oh my goodness. Whoa. All right, get out of there. Boost him. It's okay. You did good. You did good, pal. You did good, little spiky fence. You did good. You're holding the front line. That's what matters. Oh, wait, speaking of holding the front line, what am I doing? Oh, the crossbowman can't use it. Would have been nice. You are too good. Okay. I guess we're doing headless. Boom, upgrade. Should be, I think this goes to 5 projectiles next. I think it's not just 4, I think it like straight up goes to 5. No, you could have given me there. You're such a punk. You're such a punk. You took it from me. Bastard bitch. Bastard bitch. Really? 2 aggros. Of course. We'll find out here in a second, because I'm gonna absolutely do that. There you go, fires 3 projectiles. Go. Okay. Well, it looks like Succubus we're doing, so we can get a Barbarian drop. Put it on you. Okay. Boom. Yep, 5 projectiles. And they go faster, too. Look at him go! He's just chucking them out like crazy. I found one island. Hexin' and flexin'. Oh. Oh. That's tragic on all counts. I guess shroom. I guess shroom is where we're going with it. Okay. You're going. Need you to go. Okay. The palisades up. Protect our guy, because he's good DPS. He's really good DPS. Yep, we're almost at 300 glory. Almost. If we survive today. Oh! Our swordsman went down. Swordsman went down, but he's okay. We get him back up here now. Oh my god. Oh? Booze. Oh. 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 Tragic. Okay, well. Yep, I see it. Whoop. No, click that. Thank you. Alright, and, hold on. Was there any else in the world? Oh, here we go. Yum. 300? Yep. Boom. Boom. 325, yep. What? Has to be a joke. For 10? Good God. Just kick me in the nuts, why don't you? Good Lord. Upgrade. Yeah, so I see. Oh! Oh, I think today's the day. Today's the day we're not making it. Oh, I didn't get my chimkin patties. I'm a dork. I put them in and I didn't even get them. Yeah, that's... I don't think there's a thing we could do to, like... That's a super Jover moment. Look how many are left alive. It wasn't close. Except defeat. Five. Okay. 328. Thank fuck. Super Metal Trader? No, 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 no. I don't know what Super Metal Trader is. Okay. Oh, brisket for the biscuit. Heart. Joy. Alright, chat. Alright. That is it. I'm going to go get myself some food. I'm hungry. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see about what happens tomorrow. But yeah. Can randomly appear in game. He trades 12 hards for a super metal. Ugh. Shards. Okay. That's how I got my way to 10. Yeah, I'm going to have to do the same thing. Anyways, chat. Let's say thank you all very much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. I'm going to keep carrying on watching the animus, and we'll be doing more stuff. I'll be doing more writing and everything, so we'll see how it goes. Again, we need to get back to Aurelius's bounty. So, yeah. Yeah. Take care. Fantastic day. Say 7 LV, get fit, and I will be back tomorrow. Yes, yes. Bye-bye.